Hello my friends, welcome to episode 5 of our campaign as Persia. Currently, Cyrus the Great is marching into the Median Empire, and we are going to try to fight off the Lydian hordes and protect the capital of Ecbatana. We also have our secondary army under Pharnaspa. He is trying to police the home front. We've got an army of Lycia under Ardis Aliates, and he's just mucking around. Now these are Greeks. Are they Greeks? Question mark. All the way from Lycia on the southern coast of Asia Minor. I guess they are Greeks. Their religion is... yeah, okay. Okay, they are indeed apparently a Greek colony that has done quite well for themselves. Alright, moving on. Let's see what we need to do. We are currently doing pretty goddamn well. We are able to build some stuff because of our cash, and I don't think we're going to bother with that. We're just going to continue with our military campaigns. We don't need to invest in our navy either. I was all gung-ho to do so, and I need to deprogram myself because the Babylonians are no longer an issue. Okay, here comes Pharnaspa. Hopefully, yeah, he's done quite well against the Lycinians, who have been kicked to the gosh darn curb. They're now just chilling on the coast. Looking pretty dapper in their armor. I'm not entirely sure if this is accurate enough for this time period. I really can't say. I'm actually, you know what, I retract that statement. I'm sure this is fine. Anyway, moving on with our good friend Kurash. He is going to deal a hammer blow to the largest army in the area, and then we will, oh man, like no goddamn contest. We'll continue on. Oh, it's just disgusting, the numbers. I almost feel bad. It's interesting to see the Lydians doing the vast, like they're doing all of the heavy lifting here, even though they have a lot of vassals. I'm surprised, I really am. Our corruption is still growing. Let's... by how much? 0.1 every year. Okay, we have to just stabilize that. We still have a lot of admin power. So here's the thing. Ooh, we can increase our number of states by 5 immediately. That's nuts. We have a ton of admin power, and I may use that to boost our stability, because once we actually go to war with the Medians, it looks like we're going to immediately take what the hell? The Persian opinion of Medea is modified. Apparently they've improved our relations an absolute fuck ton. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to take a massive stability hit because we are declaring war on our overlords. It is a civil war, technically. In a technical sense, I should say. And not only that, we have a positive opinion of them. So I would much rather we have more stability before we declare war than, you know, I would rather not dip into like -3 stability. That could be pretty ruinous, so I just want to prepare is all I'm saying. Okay, we're going for the mercenaries of Colchis again. We've got some men of Ephesus coming to reinforce. Let's see what's going on with the army of... let's change this to Pharnaspa. I don't think these Lycians technically have enough troops even now to do any damage, but still I'm going to chase them around. Now, Once they're done there, they can reinforce us in Asia Minor as we push on. Not that, I don't know, I don't think we're going to get that far. We still have a lot of work to do on the home front, but we're going to defend. We just like annihilated that army, and we just annihilated that army. This is actually, you know what, this is almost game-breakingly powerful. We're just like sweeping the field every single time. And we only need 3,000 men to reinforce. We are currently getting a couple hundred every month. But I'm sure, even so, we're going to have more than enough men to wipe away. Okay, we're going to go for the big boys in Nakwana. Try to relieve those beleaguered troopers. Now in Parthia, I want to do a bit of work. Because we are close culturally. I was hoping we could do like a marriage type thing. But we can't actually interact with them in that way because they are a tributary state of the Medians. So I guess they're trying to keep us sort of insular, and they of course are the overlord. Look at that, we've scared away the Lydians. Holy festival hosted. Okay, we've gained some religious authority. We don't have enough rivals. Can we even name a rival? Apparently, you cannot add a rival while at war, of course. Should have known. I wanted to check my religious authority. 5% gives us a reduction in stability cost, missionary strength, so on and so forth. It is eventually going to cause some issues with the different religions in our empire. We have to, I think we ought to go for syncretic religions next, because we are going to be absorbing quite a bit of territory with disparate cultures, disparate religions. I would rather we begin the road to tolerance earlier rather than later, when we could very well be sort of racked in instability and shit like that. So, let's see. Farnaspa still chasing these armies around. The Lycians slowly but surely gaining reinforcements. Oh no, the Lydians just... Oh no. A merchant ship has sunk. A ship which belonged to our trading fleet recently sunk some miles away from the coast. We lost 17 ducats. Motherfuck. Speaking of trading, let us separate off our light ships, and we will set them to protect the trade in the trade node in the Persian Sea. Look at this, we are already turning the war. We have a 9% lead over the Lydians. Mostly from war, or from battles, I should say. 15 points. Yeah, the Lydians just left the army of Heraclea Pontica to die. Dionysus Darius, perhaps? He's not doing so hot. Where is this guy actually from? Heraclea Ponticlea. Oh, God. Show me your... Oh, right here. So would that be the beginnings of Pontus, perhaps? Possibly. Boom, that army's gone. Let's march into Cordueni. We're going to try to take on the Lydians. Food imported. Okay, we have... Okay, we've actually increased our food supplies. Let's see... We are at 297, so we are indeed losing a bit of food every single year. Probably because we're at war, I would think. We're having to feed all of these troops. Okay, that's another battle won. Shazam, we actually lost quite a bit of troops, though. Yeah, 5,000. That has increased the war score by, what? 7.3. Wow. Army tradition and prestige. Excellent. Let's continue Like, look at this. We have basically reclaimed all of Medea at this point. We're going to chase out... Okay, it's the... Again, food imported. Okay, so we're doing quite well then. I don't necessarily have to worry about food. Oh, Suziani has announced Medea as their new rival. I don't know how that works. Suziani is goddamn tiny. Okay, I should mention it is... okay, so the way this is going to work is... I take the current year, I minus 754, that gives me the year in BC. It is actually 552 BC, according to the Babylonian records we have now. Cyrus the Great was actually at war with the Medians at this point. Approximately 3 years of war from 553, with hostilities ceasing in 550. So we are already behind our target to follow Cyrus in his footsteps, but it's entirely possible we won't be too far behind at all. Especially with the way he is currently operating in the field. He's just... It's like he sneezes and these armies just melt away. Okay, so I think the Medians are doing work to recapture, are they? Not necessarily. It almost looks like they're just chasing the Lydians back to their home front, and I don't see any issues with that. Maybe what I'll do is I will babysit the army of Prusias ad Hippium and see where they go. Good God, I'm still chasing around these Lycians in our home territories. Very annoying. Cyrus may very well need to get some reinforcements soon. Although it looks like he's actually not doing so bad. Again, with the food imports. Okay, it's quickly getting out of hand. Boom, that army's gone. Yeah, we're quickly spending all of our money on food. Is this something I can retract? Stop food imports, okay. Well, let's, I don't know, import a little more, I guess. And then we can cancel them. And, alright, let's march to the Western Front. And see where, what's his name, Pharnaspus, where he has to travel. Okay, they're hiring some more mercenaries from Colchis. And I may have to bring... Yeah, this is, like, really quick. Let's cancel that right now, actually. The pace of the food imports, pretty crazy. But I like how that works. It seems like it fires every couple of days. You can foresee it. You can turn it off and on when you need. I almost wonder if I need to bring Cyrus back to deal with this because... Well, no. Pharnaspus is apparently... Or Pharnaspa, I should say. Is apparently on the heels of this army and he's just wiped them. Oh, interesting. Chief Cambyses II of Ispabudan rose to the throne in Gadrosia. That's not confusing at all, considering our son is named Cambyses II. Different house, I guess. Different dynasty. Chief Phraates II Rahim rose to the throne in Drangiana. Okay. Okay. Let us continue. There are 4,000 Pontica, Heraclea Ponticans, chilling in Nisbis. We're going to take him out. With the help of some Medians. Shazam. It's like a magic eraser. You just kind of, you know, point it in the direction where you need an army disappeared and Cyrus shows up and he takes care of business. Like, no matter the size of the army, apparently. It's just fucking ridiculous. Battle of Safi. Okay, that was actually kind of unhealthy. For us. But it's slowly ticking up the war score. And we have inflicted many, many casualties. Maybe we just need to cool our jets for a minute. And get a get a bit of reinforcements. Let's just check supply. I can't imagine we are... What the fuck? I always forget where it is. Okay. We're doing alright where we are, but I don't think if our army were to get much bigger, I think we would have issues, but we're fine now. Okay. Speaking of reinforcements, we are now able to bring up the second army. Let's send it to the north of the Median Empire. And yeah, we'll just have Courage chill for a minute. Even when we are receiving reinforcements, we are still recovering more men than we are expending, just because of our policies, because we have Teaspi's Shaheen in place, and we can actually now invest in new tech. We'll go for that small marketplace, even though we won't be utilizing it. The next level allows us to study tech. I just noticed as well, if we were to build a market that actually reduces our corruption. Oh, what? I could have sworn... Motherfuck, I could have sworn the pop-up that just came up said that is going to reduce our corruption, but I could be wrong. Oh, here we go. It's because we are ahead of time. So we have an increase in trade efficiency that is reducing our corruption. I don't even necessarily need to pay for it. Which is what beautiful men say about sex. I don't even have to pay for it. We are going to... You know what? I am undecided. Should we drop the tech points into the tech... No, we can wait 2 years. Okay, so we're gonna put... what is it? 402. We're gonna put 402 military tech into raiders. That will increase our looting speed. Which is, I mean, it's alright. It's not necessarily what we want. There are other things that are far more important that are going to come further down the line. Unfortunately for us, where Courage is currently located, we are not actually reinforcing that much. Although, speaking of reinforcements, I can see the Lydians getting many, many reinforcements. I'm going to try to cut them off. Hopefully without incurring too many myself, although I've just noticed, looks like 15,000 Lydians are coming for me. And they may very well be receiving reinforcements. The second army of Farnaspa can't come soon enough. Goddamn, brace for impact. 7 days. Sitting on their hands for a week. Knowing that many thousands of men are coming our way, and oh my god, we actually lost our entire goddamn army. Oops. Oh, fucking Croesus! I didn't think we would lose an entire army. Alright, well, good thing we have a backup plan. Shit. Okay, we now have... We lost all of those citizen soldiers as well, didn't we? Okay, what would it take to raise them again? 0.06. Just another 10th of our current corruption. Yikes. Okay, where's Persis? 3 of 6. 2 of 4. Yeah, we're gonna raise... I don't think we have the cash to raise any armies quickly. To recuperate what we just lost, it's gonna put us out quite a lot. We just don't have the liquid cash, that is, so I'm gonna have to pay for it in corruption. Am I not seeing this correctly? State of Persis cannot raise more citizens as there are already 6 raised. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go around, raise them where I can. Persepolis. Arsacia. Yeah, I imagine our corruption is going through the roof. Okay, we've just added 0.15 to the pool. I just, once we get out of war, I'm pretty sure all of our bonuses are going to lower this. We have positive stability, we are ahead in tech. It's mostly war exhaustion at the moment that is driving corruption. Because we're at 6.83, it is not developing. We need 87 Diplo points to deal with war exhaustion. Once we actually deal with war exhaustion, I'm pretty sure we can deal with our corruption. Even so, the level of corruption we have is almost negligible in effect. Oh, our truce with Suziani has expired. Can I just declare war on them? I understand they are a vassal under Babylon. That is going to draw Babylon into the war, which is going to be breaking our truce, and thus it's going to have a huge effect on our stability. So that's something, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for that. That's too bad. You know? Alright, what do we have? Bit of infantry, bit of cav. No skirmishers. Whoop! Hollow victory. Lydian-Median border war. Oh my fucking god, look at this. 53,000 casualties, 180,000 deaths on the side of Lydians. Let's not forget, quite a few thousand of these casualties were from Kurash's army just being swept from the field. So this is a terrible, terrible conclusion to the war for the Lydians anyway. What did we get? It is... they will pay 27 ducats. Persia will get 24 ducats of this amount. So the Medians had their land pillaged, had their lands torn asunder, and they got 3 ducats for their troubles. I have to say, this campaign is almost too easy at the moment. I almost wonder if the mod makers did this so you could actually have a hope of recreating the accomplishments of Kurash, because it's almost unbelievable otherwise. I mean, I don't know. Okay, we can actually build some improvements. I would like to begin dumping cash into our nation again. You know what we can do? Let's grab the army of Organa. We don't actually need these guys. I just suffered all of that corruption. Although we could very well declare war on the Medians as soon as Kurash gets back to the capital. We'll put this army up in Aspidana. You know what we could do as well? We can actually quickly capture Gedrosia. Oh, the way of Cambyses II. The years have passed and Cambyses II is now old enough for a proper education. He can... I want him to be a great administrator. He's going to have to hold together... Oh. Parthia has agreed to share their maps of Sarmatia and Scythia with Medea, who learnt of 123 provinces. Wow. Okay. So we got a better idea of what's going on in the north. We now have an idea of what's going on with the Masagetai, the Sogdians. I think we had vision into most of these. Maybe the Medians didn't, but we already had a lot of vision. Certainly something you could say about Kurash. Had a lot of vision. Okay, you know what? Let's just take a moment and see what's going on. So we can actually abolish slavery at the moment. I wonder if there's anything that we should be striving for. Raise slave regiment rhymes for our ships. What does this do? Increases heavy ship combat ability, basically. We could hire pirates. King of Kings, form Persia, essentially. Build Persepolis, that is the new capital. That's going to happen eventually, I suppose. So all of this stuff is going to come later down the line as we grow our borders, it seems. As for the Archaic period, there is really not a lot we can do. Build heavy ships, I guess. I really think the only thing we can do right away is maybe the one about gold and silver. Is this gold? There's gold up here. Gold in area. Or no, this is silver actually. It looks like there's some gold and silver in the Median Empire, so once we capture them, we gotta be good for that particular objective, gold and silver, that is. Now if we look at triggered modifiers, we're not gonna get any of these. Oh, who's this? Arachosia would like an alliance. Alright, currently allied with Sogdia. They are a tribal federation, currently Zoroastrian. What sort of culture do they have? Arachosian, who would have thought? Which is part of what group? Arachosian culture is the primary culture in Arachosia. Eastern Iranian gives the allows citizen units to Succextra. Okay, so there are actually... Eastern Iranian. Aryan is Eastern Iranian. Bactrian is Northern Peloponnesus. Sogdian is Eastern Iranian. Okay, so I suppose Arachosia, in a way, are distant relatives of ours, I suppose, culturally. So, sure, let's go get an alliance. Can't help. Can't hurt, rather. Let's remember, we have the ability for many, many, many diplomatic relations. With that in mind, let's talk to Egypt again, who is currently at war with Libya. We can enforce peace. Nothing we can do. I was really hoping the Lydians would help me against the Medians. Let's improve relations with them as well as Babylon. It seems they are not too upset that we kicked the ever-loving shit out of them during that war. Okay, Kurash gonna head towards the capital. Let's... Oh no, advisor died. Which one? Army Reformer. Okay, let's see. Can we announce a rival? No possible rivals. Alright. Oh, hey, we actually have a mission to build roads in Thospis, and we have the cash to do it, so we may as well get that mission out of the way. Hopefully some sort of like scripted mission would be great, something that would get us en route to the conquest of the Medians. That would be ideal. Alright, let's take a look at our war exhaustion. It is decreasing by 0.10. We can actually boost our stability again. Oh! Medea has agreed to share their maps of Persis. Okay. Okay, so once this decreases, corruption will decrease even further. Let's take a look at the stability hit we will take due to the war. Okay, we are currently... Okay, let's get Bubasi's the Wise back. We've already become pretty friendly with our neighbors to the south. And look at that, we're making a shit ton of money, even though we have standing armies of some description. We could even increase our rooting out of corruption to 0.01. That would be ideal. I really need to increase my land force limit. That would be incredibly helpful. If I were to appease a royal marriage offer from Medea. Yikes, let's decline that. Really don't want to deal with that shit. Okay, declare war. So, once we declare war, we will lose stability, we will increase our war exhaustion. Let's do this. We will boost our stability, unfortunately at the cost of some admin tech. And then we'll just wait for our war exhaustion to drop a bit. We can even use our Diplo points to do so. And we are waiting for our troops to recuperate. How many troops do we have currently? 23 units. This is 6 to 3. We're gonna need some more men. We'll call the diplomat, of course. We're gonna need some infantry in this army. I can't actually afford much. We'll have to recuperate some of our costs as well. And if we look at our food, we are 236, so we're actually decreasing pretty heavily. We actually do need to import food. That is my thoughts at the moment. So, to increase our food production, we actually need to increase straight production in our food producing regions. For example, Port Espana is creating meat 0.52, which is being decreased due to war exhaustion. And if I want to increase my production, eventually I'm going to need to build an irrigation system. Okay, so that's actually a manufactory. Requires grain, wine. Oh, I see. I actually need... Can I not create a manufactory for meat? Okay, well then I suppose I would have to build a manufactory in the capital, which is going to take admin tech 4. Is there seriously nothing else I can build though? Oh, I see, granary. That would do it, which is going to take admin tech 5. Oh, there's also these special buildings as well. Oh, this is interesting. Culture. Oh man, there's all sorts of shit here. Oh my god. Oh, there's more than I was prepared for when I sat down, to be honest. Holy shit, look at the time, 34 minutes. Okay, now seems like an alright time to end it. We're sort of just on the downswing, having helped out majorly in the wars defending the Median Empire, actually winning the war against the Lydians. I don't know how we came back from that, truthfully. And we actually came out of it with full manpower, which is amazing. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. When we come back, we will, as I said, wait for our war exhaustion to dip. Maybe to something like 2. We could wait for it to drop to 0 entirely. It's not going to take too long. And then once we've done that, we have the stability to actually declare war on the Medians. And I would be very interested to see how many powers would allow, or rather would come to our aid in the war for independence. Both Lydia and Babylon would support our independence. We cannot ask while they have a truce with Medea. So the truce with us is going to last till 206. So we're going to have to do it alone, basically, unless I speak with some of these smaller powers. No one would join us, essentially. No one relevant, anyway. With the Aracosians. We're already allied, of course, so they're going to be joining that war. Anyway, it looks like we're going to be going it alone because I definitely want to be fighting this war before 206. I want to do it as quickly as possible, but first we'll have to get our war exhaustion down. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, leave a comment. The more feedback, the better. As always, my name is Incoherence. I will see you all later.